everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to share with you some of the smart money moves you need to make in your 20s and 30s to set you up for life. But before we proceed, my name is Chidinma Otutu and I am a content creator here on YouTube. I create videos on finance and self-development on this channel. But if you enjoy vlogs, lifestyle and travel videos, be sure to subscribe to my second channel. The description will be in the box below. If you're new here and at the end of this video you learned one or two things, or you eventually like this beautiful face that you're seeing, please do not make it your last by giving us a thumbs up and also subscribing to the channel, as it helps us grow. Now let's get into the video. A lot of motivational speakers say that your 20s are your formative years, which decides whether or not you would make it. I don't 100% agree, but I just believe that being young gives you the opportunity to make as many mistakes as there is. As you're probably in your 20s or 30s, I believe there are some smart decisions you can make in your youth that could set you up for life, especially if you're someone who doesn't want to be poor like me. Most decisions we make today or have made in the past can help determine where we are going to be in the future. Just like how I sold 6 bitcoins in 2017. But one good thing I've learned from it is not to wallow in the past. I know some of you have probably made mistakes that you beat yourselves up for. Maybe things that happened years back, and sometimes you just keep wishing you could go back and turn the hands of time. I'm not saying it is bad to visit the past, but what is wrong is dwelling on it. It will definitely hinder you from seeing the greater things you have ahead of you. What lessons can you take from these mistakes, if you have any? What lessons have you learned from the mistakes or smart money moves your parents, siblings, teachers, or yourself didn't make and you want to make now? Also, you do not have to wait for it to happen to you before you learn. I learned a lot from people's mistakes. The first smart move I will mention is run as far as possible away from debt or loan, unless you want it for something profitable like a business, or it's a matter of life and death and you sure know how to pay back. A lot of young people, especially in this era of social media and I am better than you people, they tend to live way above their means just to prove a point, only to be living in debt with no savings or plan for their future. Do not take loans to buy clothes, cars, shoes, or whatever that isn't profitable to you. Most loans, especially fast loans, have very crazy interest rates. I recently watched a documentary called The Tinder Swindler, which I know most of you must have seen, and I was dumbfounded. I'll probably react to the documentary and share some financial lessons that would benefit you. Now, this guy swindles women of their money, and I'm talking in millions, until he was at a point where he ran out of money and could not even afford a square meal. No savings, making people take loans here and there, living a lifestyle he couldn't maintain just to impress and appear cool. Please, only take loans that are going to yield more money for you, so that you won't get to a point where instead of enjoying the fruit of your labor, you're paying off debts. The second one on the list is work. Yes, work. Not because I want you to be a workaholic or kill yourself with work, but because you won't have all the energy you have now in your 40s and 50s. The time you have now, you might not have it when you start having kids and partners to cater for. So selfishly, use this time you have in your hands to work. Do not be ashamed of what you're doing. Whatever work that puts food on your table, you should be grateful and proud of it. Not everyone will have their dream jobs, but everyone must eat. So take your time, send that CV today, apply for that job, build that product, start that business, burn that midnight candle. Take some time to rest so you do not burn out as well. Find people who do things you love and see how they monetize it. The truth is, the older you get, the more responsibilities you acquire, even without asking for them. And you can agree with me that these days, just stepping the foot out of your door requires a ma'am or sir, is this a current or savings card? This brings us to the third one, which is work on yourself. Do you know the best investment you can ever make is when you invest in yourself? Most people invest in Tesla not because they have the 100% assurance that it's better than their competitors, but because of who the CEO is, which is Elon Musk. There are some companies people invest in just because of the caliber of people running the company. When you invest in yourself so much that your value is undeniable, you can never be poor. Quote me anywhere. As long as you're a person of value, you provide solutions that people want. Imagine in a room where discussions are being made and they're looking for the best person to give a deal and your name comes up just because they know you can deliver. Bruh! When you provide value, money comes. Do not joke with yourself. Read as many books as you can find that would help direct your life the way you want your life to go. Why I will always recommend books is the fact that they let you see other people's experiences and how they navigated things without you going through it. Say for example, there is a book on setting up a laptop. Maybe you bought a new laptop and you have the option of reading it or fixing it yourself. You are going to be 10 times faster if you read the book than not reading the book. If you struggle, with reading, you can always go for the audio version. When it comes to investing in yourself, go all in. Use money to buy good books, finance books, self-development books, pay for that workshop, attend the conference, join that session. You're what you consume, honestly. I know it won't be easy, but no one says it will be. Whether you do it or not, time will still pass by. I struggle a lot to get some things done as well. Do not get me wrong, I'm not always 100% most of the time. When you fall, find something that gives you strength, hold on to it and keep pushing. Sometimes I'm like, I didn't even ask to be here. And now I have to fight for my own future? In the end, we are here and we just have to make the best of it. This brings us to the fourth one, which is savings. You probably must have gotten tired of hearing this, but the truth is you will still keep falling into the hole of not saving, true or true. I know that being an adult can be very money spending heavy and some people make very little or no money to even try to save. I have also come to realize that problems never end. I know when the money enters, things tend to take up a lot of it, but you can try to squeeze out a little. The misconception people have with savings is the fact that they think they need to have huge amount of money before they can save. That is totally wrong. When you can't save when the money is very little, you won't be able to save when the money is huge. More money, more problems. If you read The Richest Man in Babylon, if you haven't read it, try to read it. You would really love it. I would recommend it. He taught me how to pay myself first. No matter, even if the mountain is collapsing, try to pay yourself first. If you make $50 and you can save $1, the reason we keep hammering for you to save is the habit, not the amount of money. You cultivate the habit of saving so that when you start earning higher, you would have already known and formed that habit. You can't give what you don't have, and that's just the truth. So if you don't save when you have less, you can't save when you have more because you do not know what it means to save. So this brings us to the fifth one, which is investing financially. Now let me tell you, investment is not only for millionaires and billionaires. Even the smallest salary earner can invest. The only difference between you and a millionaire is the volume of money being used to invest. You can, with as little as putting some of your savings into a high interest savings account. I won't advise you to invest in something you do not understand. Whatever anyone tells you to invest in, take your time to study it, understand it. Does it work for you? Do not just go and invest because you hear you need to invest. Always learn to do your own research, which is why a lot of people lose money. They do not take out time to, research what they want. You watch people on YouTube, IG, Twitter, and you think, oh yes, I'm going to follow the exact same footstep. Forgetting that they're like you and I who also make their own research. There are lots of ways to invest your money to make it grow because there is no one fastest way to grow money. Keeping all your money in the bank with little or no interest will make you rich because of inflation. You can invest in companies you understand what they do by buying their stock, shares, bond. You can invest in properties, businesses, you can own your own product, you can invest in cryptocurrency. The list is endless. You just need to find what ticks for you and be patient with the investment. The sixth one is having financial plan. Now, if I ask you what your financial plan is for the year, in 3, 2, 1, just type it in the comment section. You see that you probably struggle to even come up with a complete sentence, right? You need to have a plan. He who fails to plan, plans to fail. This saying never gets old. You ought to have a short-term plan, a mid-term plan, and a long-term plan. Without a plan, you won't see the vision clearly. You will just be moving with vibes and inshallah, which won't really get you that far. Take out time today, sit alone, get a sheet, whatever it is that is convenient for you. Write down what financial goals you want to achieve. You want to buy a house? When is that? How much do you need? What and what do you need to do to get the money? How long will it take you to get the money? What I'm doing currently, is it enough, or you just want to build, castles in the air and just hope that one day they will appear in front of you? The universe aligns with you when you set out your mind to get something. Plan for your retirement. I know you will say, oh, but I'm only 20 or 30. But you were only 20 a few years ago. Time indeed flies. I still remember my primary school days like it was yesterday, and we are talking over 20 years ago. Whatever you think about and you want to achieve it, no matter how massive and scary it looks, just write it down and plan around it. You will be surprised how far you will go. This brings me to the next one, which is passive income. Gone are the days when you only live on one stream of income. You will see shege if you do, I'm telling you. Building streams of income will help you achieve your goals faster. It is truly sad that some plans you have can't be executed to month end when the salary hits your account. Do not feel very bad. Most of us are on this table. You're not alone. Just imagine in 365 days, you want to receive credit alert only 12 times. Wallah is sad. Even thinking about it, bro. Like 12 days in the whole 365 days. We need to build streams of income. That extra $1 is better than $0. Having multiple streams of income will help you not to be too dependent on a particular job that you do not probably like, or maybe you like it but the money isn't enough to fulfill your monthly needs or whatever plans you have. Having multiple streams of income will help you tick off your goals. Help you live a little and not just exist. A lot of people are just existing. I know some of the passive income requires hard work, and to be able to give you substantial income, you have to put in a lot of work. The world is already difficult. Just living in it alone is difficult. We can as well run with it. Find something you think you can do to generate extra income aside your monthly salary so that you can have peace of mind. If it requires you creating a niche for yourself, thank God for social media, but remember it takes a lot of perseverance, hard work, consistency to be able to generate reasonable passive income. This brings us to the 8th one, which is taking risk. No one has ever made it playing safe. Playing safe only makes you comfortable. If that's the life you want to live, there is nothing wrong with it. Do not let anyone frustrate you, not even me. But if you want more than just existing, paying bills, then sweetie, you need to take that risk. Now, some people do not understand what taking risk means. I do not mean resign from your job when you have no emergency fund that can cover you before you start a new job or build something of your own, thereby going around and asking people for urgent 2K. People are going through a lot. By taking risk, you need to learn risk management. Take intelligent risks. Let's take, for example, you really want to leave your job to start something new or start a new job. Now, the smart thing to do will be to calculate how much you need to sustain yourself for at least a year. For someone like me, I would pick maybe like 2 years because I have a lot of siblings. Now, this money will cover your basic needs, which includes rent, feeding, data, transport, and every necessary thing you need. Once you have this ready, you can choose to leave the job. In case whatever you want to venture into takes time to yield anything for you, you will still have the basic needs. When you want to take risk, always assess what is in for you. Check out the best and worst case scenario. If that has to do with investment, make sure that you invest in something you understand and then you're willing to lose that money. Take that risk so you do not regret later and say, oh, if I had known. You're so young and you have more time to make mistakes than someone in their 50s. Take that chance today. If you fail, you try again. Most people don't get it right even in their 10th or 5th trial. Now, this brings us to the last but not the least, which is associating yourself with people who have similar goals with you. Having people who make you spend the little money you're making are not needed around you. Now, do not get me wrong. I'm not saying you shouldn't experience life, but then knowing your limits is very, very important. You can't live a life like you know what tomorrow holds. That money that took you sweat and blood to make shouldn't be wasted on irrelevant things. You have an average of 5 people you surround yourself with. Make sure to have people whose energy are positive, they match yours, and they're in alignment with the core values that you have or make you who you are. I know some people will be like, well, I'm not someone who is easily influenced. Oh God, that's not true. Everyone is influenced by something. You might not notice it immediately, but subconsciously your brain is taking image of everything. I know that there are lots of smart financial moves you can make, but these 9 listed will take you very far when you cultivate the habit and take this seriously. Your future self, your nieces, your nephews, your children will thank you later, even yourself. I hope this video was very beneficial to you and it was worth your time. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Be sure to like this video and share it for more people to see. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe to this channel, as I'm, a new content creator. I'm new to this and I really want to grow. Let me also know what other videos you would want to see on my channel and leave them in the comment section. I'll be answering all your comments. I'll be replying to all your comments. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in my next video. Bye!